There's no point in drawing us out any longer than necessary. For the past several months, I've heard nothing but complaints from the Raw superstars and fans about the way Eric Bischoff has vacated damn near every title on Raw. So Eric, I'm giving you a chance to come on out to this very ring right now and explain your actions. Well, Eric, I don't think I have to remind you that you stand on dangerous ground here tonight. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, Mr. McMahon, as everyone knows, I used to be in charge of WCW, the most dominant force in the sports entertainment industry. What was it? 88 weeks in a row that we beat this very show in the ratings? 88 straight weeks.
Yeah, and we all know how that turned out.
I used to be the undisputed king of sports entertainment.
I take exception to that.
And now look at me. I became nothing more than a lackey, under the thumb of WWE Board of Directors and the almighty Vince McMahon. Well, I'm sick of it. I've been sick of it for a long time. And about 6 months ago, I decided to do something about it. I was approached by someone who promised me enough financial backing to raise a new sports entertainment empire that would rival the mighty WWE. In exchange for his support, all I had to do was handicap Raw in any way I could, while at the same time lend my genius to this new venture of yours.
Genius?
So I stripped the Raw superstars of their titles and put them in the most grueling matches conceivable. And all the while, my partner was making deals and targeting the WWE for a hostile takeover. Now you're probably wondering why I've chosen to reveal this master plan tonight. Well, quite frankly, it's so close to fruition that not even the great Vince McMahon can stop us now. So it is my great pleasure to introduce you to my partner. He is a true titan of business and sports entertainment.
Save it! It's JBL, right?
What?
John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE champion. That's your partner, am I right?
Mr. McMahon's one step ahead of Bishop.
You see, I've known about your pathetic little scheme for months, Eric. Did you seriously think you could just start vacating Raw titles without me taking an interest in why you were doing it?
I think Mr. McMahon may be miles ahead of Bischoff.
I've already contacted SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long, and although JBL doesn't even know it yet, this titan of business and sports entertainment, as you call him, has been stripped of his WWE title and fired from SmackDown. I know JBL's on his way here, and I also knew you two had planned some dramatic unveiling for your so-called master plan. Well, JBL's going to get a bit more drama than he bargained for when he arrives here tonight. You see, I've got someone waiting for JBL in the parking lot. The man who won an opportunity to challenge Triple H for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania.
Raw's #1 contender is going to be JBL in the parking lot? What does that mean, JR?
I don't think he's there to roll out the red carpet, King.
I thought it might be a good warm-up for Raw's title contender to take on a world champion before WrestleMania. So when JBL shows up here tonight, he's going to find himself in a parking lot brawl. And by my watch, JBL should be arriving right about now.
You can't be serious. You can't do this to me. I'm Eric Bischoff. I'm the general manager of Raw. I'm the only man to take on Vince McMahon and win.
Eric, in case you haven't figured it out by now, the only thing you are is you're fired.
And not a minute too soon. Thank you, Mr. McMahon.
But that's not all. There's going to be a parking lot brawl between JBL and Raw's #1 contender.
JBL may be a true titan of business, but he's about to find out what happens when he sticks his 10-gallon head into Raw's business. And there isn't a damn thing Bischoff can do about it anymore. 2, 3.
Here's your winner, the Villain.
When you saying the boy's name, I got a following like I'm running the campaign. I'm in the cockpit like Afghani's running the plane. I take the show.
The time comes when we must stand and fight against the odds. Besides
Triple H's World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania.
And don't forget, he also took out John Bradshaw Layfield last week in that parking lot brawl.
JBL was plotting with Eric Bischoff to undermine Raw, and they both thought what was coming to them.
I won't shed a tear for either of them, JR. But what's Raw gonna do now that our general manager has been fired?
Last week, on behalf of all the Raw superstars, I taught SmackDown a lesson about what happens when you try to mess with the dominant brand of sports entertainment. And Vince McMahon gave me his personal assurance there will be no more interference from SmackDown until after WrestleMania, which is just how I want it. I've shed blood, sweat, and tears to get to where I am today. The World Heavyweight title is the crown jewel in our business. And it brings out the best in every superstar that comes near it. Eric Bischoff could never understand that. And that's one reason why he's the ex-general manager of Raw.
Amen to that.
Champion, Triple H. He won the title at the Royal Rumble. Remember, JR?
How could I forget?
It's all about the game and how you play it. All about controlling if you can take it. All about you getting if you can play it. It's all about pain. Who's gonna make it?
You know, I usually disagree with this Joker about damn near everything. So I'm as shocked as anyone else to realize that we're on the same page this time. This is the crown jewel of our business. This is the ultimate prize. It's the last thing on every superstar's mind when they go to sleep at night, and the first thing on their mind when they wake up.
I have to admit he's right, King. If the World Heavyweight title isn't on your mind, you're in the wrong business.
And the single, ultimate reason this title means so much is because it's around the waist of me. The game. Every loser in the back thinks that if he can wear this title, he might one day be good enough to be mentioned in the same breath as Triple H.
Imagine that, JR. Who wouldn't want to be mentioned alongside an all-time great like Triple H?
Oh, please.
But listen to me very carefully. This title is a part of me, and I am a part of it. Without the title, my life has no meaning. Without me, this title is just a belt. Yeah, you may have your opportunity against me at WrestleMania, but you'll never beat me for this title. You'll never take away that part of me, so take a good look now, because this is the closest you will ever come to it as long as I'm around. And why? Because I'm that damn good.
Oh my gosh! Triple H just knocked him out cold!
What a noble champion. I tell you what, Triple H makes me sick. He just won the title, and I already can't wait to see somebody take it away from him, damn it.
We've only been without a general manager for a week, and already Raw is turning into a madhouse.
There's a hurricane coming through.
Well, look who it is. It's the Great Green Tomato. What's up, kid?
Now listen up, you dastardly villains. The Hurricane is here to bring you to justice and truth, honor, and integrity to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, yeah? And how are you gonna do that exactly?
By relieving you of that title, of course. With justice on my side and my hurrah powers at my disposal, an evildoer like you doesn't stand a chance.
Kid's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, but it's not pumping any blood to his brain.
Hold on a second. You want a World Heavyweight title match? You? Against me? For this? Man, I don't think I'm ready to take on a superhero tonight. At least not by myself. Tell you what, how about you and your sidekick there take on me and Ric Flair? Right here, right now.
Surely you are familiar with the concept of a superhero team-up, Citizen Contender. For one night only, I will take you on as my her sidekick and join forces with you to defeat Triple H's evil schemes. The battle is joined.
Triple H might be the greatest superstar of his generation. I think that in the future, superstars are going to talk about Triple H.
No! No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision. If Hurricane's supposed to be some sort of superhero, then how did he get his powers? By getting dropped on his head one too many times?
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left.
I can't believe he countered that one.
He countered that and made it look easy.
These superstars are putting everything on the line here in this match.
They sure are, and they're doing it all for the WWE fans. Without them, there'd be no WWE. When I look at Triple H, all I see is lost opportunities.
What a move! It's not hard to tell why that's his finisher, JR. This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed this morning.
You know, JR, I racked my brains trying to think of a single flaw in Triple H, and I couldn't come up with anything. It's like he says, he really is the only diamond in this business.
I bet I can help you out there, King. He's arrogant, he's selfish, and self-centered. He'll sacrifice anyone and anything to get...
He can hit his finisher right now. What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it. You've got to love Ric Flair. The Nature Boy doesn't let anything stand in his way.
Yeah. Can his opponent kick out of this pinning predicament? Excellent counter. What ring presence. It's always a treat to watch the Hurricane compete. This kid's got so much heart, so much fire. He's a contender, no doubt about it.
Don't be ridiculous, JR. He's dressed like he just walked out of a comic book. How can you take someone like that seriously?
Well, I probably built up a tolerance for it after years of sitting next to someone who wears a crown in public.
5, 6.
Ric Flair's a 6.
And it's been reversed.
8, 9.
I wonder how long these superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as they need to, King. And if they can't, they won't be having their arms raised after the match.
There's the Hurricane and his sidekick in the GM's office. But who's in the GM's chair, JR?
I have no idea, King. It's not Eric Bischoff. That's for damn sure.
Oh, no!
You've got to be kidding me.
Surprise! I bet you two didn't expect to see the coach in the general manager's chair.
You're the new general manager of Raw?
What's up with that?
Well, Mr. McMahon likes to say that I'm the interim general manager and that he's still looking for a permanent replacement. But I think we all know that he's just saying that to smooth over some bruised egos. I mean, where's he gonna find a better GM than the coach?
All right, well, if you're done talking about yourself, let's talk about Triple H and what he did to me last week.
I was just getting to that. Don't rush the coach, or I'll strip you of your title shot. Ha! Just kidding. The coach is famous for his sense of humor. Now, I know you two gentlemen are skeptical, but let me make a couple of matches for you as a show of good faith. Now, I can't put you and Triple H against each other just yet, or it would spoil WrestleMania for the coach's fans. But I will give you a shot tonight against Triple H's right-hand man, Ric Flair, in a submission match. And as for you, Hurricane, I'm going to give you exactly what you were looking for last week. A World Heavyweight title match tonight against Triple H himself.
A title match? What is he thinking?
Holy career opportunity. But Citizen Coach, what happens when I beat Triple H tonight and win the World Heavyweight title? Surely you don't expect me to fight my sidekick at WrestleMania.
You beat Triple H for the World Heavyweight title? You're a funny guy, Hurricane. Sometimes I think you're almost as funny as me. Now move along, gentlemen. The coach is a busy man, and you've got matches to prepare for.
What an absolute jackass.
What has Raw done to deserve that moron as a general manager?
The following contest is a submission match. On the way to the ring, from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And the opponent, from Oakland, California, the Villain.
these superstars, JR. They absolutely refuse to be intimidated by each other.
There's a determined look in the eyes of these competitors. No one's giving an inch.
These superstars are at the top of their game, JR. They make it look so easy.
They sure do. You almost forget about the years of training and sacrifice that went into their careers.
I don't think anyone's walking away from this match unscathed.
No doubt about it, King. This one's going to be hell on the anatomy for sure.
Last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even considered the possibility that they might not win this thing.
There's an awful lot of pride on the line here, King. No one in that ring wants to have to go back to the locker room as a loser. He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. Ric Flair's a 16-time world champion, JR. 16 times. There's not a WWE superstar in history who's done that.
Yeah, and if a single one of those title reigns didn't...
He countered that one perfectly. You've got to love Ric Flair. The Nature Boy doesn't let anything...
What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long.
There's absolutely no question in my mind that Ric Flair is one of the true legends of this. He countered that and made it look...
This could finish the match right here. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a game. Well, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
There's the reversal. This is great, JR. Would you call this one a slobber knocker?
It's too early to tell, King, but it's definitely one hellacious matchup, no doubt about it. He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here. So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR. Keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb...
And there he goes! The submission is locked in!
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap, right? That's it! The match is over!
Here's your winner, the Villain.
Triple H isn't very concerned about tonight's title defense, JR.
The odds may be stacked against the Hurricane, there's no doubt. But that young hero has all the heart in the world.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
King, you know what they say. Anything can happen in the WWE.
Must have been some kryptonite in that sledgehammer. That's got to be the shortest title defense on record, JR.
It wasn't even a defense. The damn match didn't ever start. But I guarantee you one thing, Triple H isn't going to get off that easy at WrestleMania.
I wonder what our interim general manager is going to do about this.
With my feet, stomp my heat, pump the streets, jump. You don't want war. If my feet, stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. Yeah, you don't want war. My feet, stomp the heat, pump the streets, yeah, jump. Come on, you don't want war. If my feet, stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. You don't want war. I knew the time when I was wanted by them Keystone cops for keeping the hardcore music in the streets so hot. We never focus on the don't haves, cause we have not. I put the focus on the vocab, now we have not. I grew up in the hood too, the music game corrupted the sound. And went from state to state with microphones busting it down. A lot of people really hate it, then they loving it now. Cause they raised the label advancing the sound. You don't really want a problem, cause I might hurt you. Drama keep me flipping just like that work do. Made a lot of songs about I work through. Always kept it underground just like that dirt do. Trying to catch the kids slipping. I leave your ribs tripping. I leave your nose running. I got them foes gunning. Pow! The streets will leave you rapping is easy, but your mouth will get you left up in the pool of fashizi. If my beat, stomp, my heat, pump the streets, jump. You don't want war. It's my feet.
Well, hello there, tough guy. Welcome to the squared circle. We take no mercy on newcomers. I just like you to know that. Hopefully you can handle yourself amongst the lions and wolves that dwell in these parts. You ready for a challenge?
illustrious interim general manager, the coach, made this match tonight between Chris Jericho and the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title.
I don't get it, JR. What's Jericho got to do with the issues between Triple H and the #1 contender?
I have no earthly idea what goes on in Jonathan Coachman's head. And I certainly have no idea why he made this match, King.
I think Coach is the only person who can make me nostalgic for Mick Foley's term as general manager.
And the opponent from Oakland, California, the Villain.
Jericho's so in love with the sound of his own voice that it wasn't enough for him to have an interview show on Raw. He had to go and become a rock star, too.
These WWE fans wouldn't support him like they do if he was.
Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this!
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
I never get tired of watching Chris Jericho in the ring. Every time he goes out there, he reminds me of why he's the first ever undisputed champion and has held the Intercontinental title more times than any other superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, JR. I mean, sure, Jericho's gotten lucky a few times, but that's no reason to admire someone.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
I don't think I've ever seen a superstar who overrates himself as much as Chris Jericho does. He must think he's Elvis or something.
I don't know if he's any Elvis, King, but he's a very...
He countered that one perfectly.
If one of these superstars starts to build momentum, it could be the beginning of the end of this match.
That's right, JR. You don't see a lot of matches won with one or two big moves.
You sure don't. You've got to lay the groundwork first.
He saw that one coming. These superstars are going to tear each other apart.
That's exactly what the fans...
What a move! It's not hard to tell why that's his finisher, JR. I think I know who's going to win this this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us. We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks. 2, 3.
Listen to the crowd, Jay.
And that's the match.
Surprised that Triple H and Flair couldn't keep their noses out of this. Of course, with noses like theirs, it's tough for them to keep them out of just about everything.
Come on, Jericho. Get in there.
Triple H, Nature Boy, look out!
The deal was that I'd stay out of the way after the match. I didn't say that you two jackasses should throw me out of the damn ring.
Deal? What's Jericho talking about?
Oh, what's the matter, Jericho? Did you get hurt taking a little tumble out of the ring? Were we too rough for you? Well, let me tell you something. You're gonna get it a lot worse than that when I give you the first World Heavyweight title opportunity after WrestleMania. So let me ask you, was it worth a little beating? Or do you wanna head home and cry yourself to sleep?
Oh, it's absolutely worth it, Triple H. And don't misunderstand me. I can take whatever you dish out. But if you try and double-cross Y2J, you're never gonna make it to WrestleMania, Junior.
I can't believe that Chris Jericho would sell his soul to that devil, Triple H.
At least he got a good price for it, JR. As long as Triple H retains the title at WrestleMania, Jericho's the next #1 contender.
The time comes when we must stand.
With my feet, stomp my heat, pump the streets, jump. You don't want war if my feet stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. Yeah, you don't want war. My feet stomp the heat, pump the streets, yeah, jump. Come on, you don't want war if my feet stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. You don't want war. I know the time when I was wanted by them Keystone cops for keeping the hardcore music in the streets so hot. We never focus on the don't have.
Well, here comes the #1 contender for Triple H's title at WrestleMania. But at the moment, he's got his sights set on a little payback against Y2J Chris Jericho.
If you ask me, he's got more guts than brains, JR. He's going to WrestleMania, yet here he is demanding a rematch with Y2J. And not just any match, a TLC match.
There's that damn sellout Jericho. I hope he's proud of himself.
You can't tell me that you'd do anything different if you were in his shoes, JR. Jericho wants to make sure his opponent doesn't show up at WrestleMania in any condition to win the World Heavyweight title.
That's right, King. If Triple H loses the championship, Jericho won't get his title opportunity.
He could pin him right here, JR.
1, 2. That's nowhere near a 3 count.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking... He's making good use of that ladder, JR. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't... get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. Oh, no! Not the ladder!
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and John Cena losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get out of the way before you do it. I don't want to be a part of any of your trouble.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
I could watch these superstars go at it all night, JR.
So could I.
I can't believe he countered that one. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later. And I don't care who you are. A few hits from a steel ladder will take all the fight out of you.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they, flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat, is no place to be. They're taking it down a notch, JR. This could get interesting.
They're picking their spots, King. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal...
He's going for the pin!
1, 2, 3.
Wow! Listen, and that's all she wrote, JR. It's over.
See the coach.
Stop right there. What do you think you're doing, Jericho? First you orchestrate an attack on my #1 contender after your match last week. And then you double team him here tonight? And for what? A title match against Triple H after WrestleMania? In case you've forgotten, the coach is the general manager of Raw.
Interim general manager.
You beat me to it, JR.
And that means the coach calls the shots around here. So Jericho, Flair, get the hell out of my ring before I lose my temper. And believe me, you don't want to be in the ring with the coach when I lose my temper.
Looks like Coach bit off more than he can chew. I can't say I'm sorry to see it, but I am sorry to say that it looks like Triple H's henchmen are still running the show here on Raw.
What did Coach expect? Talking to two former world champions like that. If you want to order Raw superstars around like that, you'd better be able to back it up. Say, that gives me an idea.
What are you talking about, King?
I'll tell you later, JR. But first, I've got to give Mr. McMahon a call. Okay, Christy, Stacy, let's go through tonight's schedule one more time. First, we've got a bikini contest, followed by a bra and panties match. And then there's the Diva Talent Show and the evening gown match. And then you two in a pie-eating contest. Oh, I love Raw.
I never thought I'd see it. Jerry the King Lawler as interim general manager of Raw.
Okay, girls, I've got to deal with some serious business here. I'll see you two later tonight.
Okay, Lawler, if you're about done hitting on the divas.
Hold it right there. First of all, watch your tone. I'm the interim general manager of Raw, so you need to respect the position. I'm not a jerk like the coach, but I'm not going to be a pushover like him either.
Fair enough. But what are you going to do about Triple H, Ric Flair, and Chris Jericho? I've taken about all I'm going to take from them. And if you don't do something about them, I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. Look, regardless of how I feel about you, you won a title match at the Royal Rumble, and you're gonna main event WrestleMania. I don't like the idea of Ric Flair or Chris Jericho ruining Raw's biggest match of the year. So I'm gonna give you a chance to do something about it. I've made a first blood match for you tonight against your choice of either one of them. So who do you want to take out? I mean, take on?
Well, guess who just sat down in the seat next to me? Raw's own interim general manager, Jerry the King Lawler. I didn't expect you to be out here for tonight's main event.
You know me, JR. I'm not cut out for a desk job. There's nowhere I'd rather be than behind this announce table, despite the fact that I have to share it with you. Besides, my last act as general manager tonight was to ban all other superstars from ringside, and I want to be able to enforce that if I have to.
Well, there's a man who certainly appreciates your efforts tonight.
Come on, JR. You know I didn't do it for him. I was protecting Raw's main event match at WrestleMania. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled
That sledgehammer's gonna leave a mark, JR. This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side.
That sledgehammer will rearrange your facial features for sure, JR. These superstars are going to tear each other apart.
That's exactly what the fans paid to see, King, and they're not. What a shot from that sledgehammer!
If he's looking for a weapon, he's in the right place. Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're...
The ring bell is taking its toll on his opponent. Look at the confidence radiating off this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up. Jericho's so in love with the... Yes! That was an incredible move! What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and simple.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down the field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact. Oh, no! It looks like he's done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are just 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and it looks like Triple H and his henchmen aren't done yet with the #1 contender. Aren't you going to do something about this? Mr. General Manager?
Now, JR, I told you, I'm not cut out for that corporate stuff. Mr. McMahon has appointed a new general manager, and he told me that we'll find out who it is later tonight.
And the opponent, from Oakland, California, the Villain.
You've got to look. He saw that one coming. These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
That went nowhere.
Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
He reversed it!
You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring.
Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this!
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
This is the perfect chance for a finisher! There's the reversal!
There's absolutely no question in my mind that Ric Flair is one of the true legends of this business. I just think it's a shame that many of his accomplishments are based on cheating, deception, and underhanded tactics.
Haven't you ever heard the expression, the ends?
He countered that and made it look easy.
He can't keep letting his opponent work the same area of his body.
That's a recipe for disaster for sure.
This could finish the match right here.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
1, 2, 3.
I don't believe it! The match is over!
Someone's got to take control of the situation, damn it. And I mean now.
come from? It's been years since that idiotic psychopath showed his mask around here.
He's a WWE legend. I have no idea why he's here, but I'd say his timing is impeccable.
There goes Triple H! What's gonna happen now?
And now it's the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart? I can't believe what I'm seeing.
This has gone on long enough! Like I said earlier, Mr. McMahon has an important announcement to make tonight, and he can't be happy that Jimmy Hart and Mankind have just invaded his ring.
Ever since the World Heavyweight title has returned to Raw, it's been nothing but chaos around here. Raw needs a general manager who can restore order. So by the power of Mr. McMahon and this megaphone, that person is none other than myself, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
What? You gotta be kidding me. That loudmouth Jimmy Hart is the Raw general manager? I knew I should have kept the job a few more weeks.
King, you said yourself that wasn't a job for you. Besides, Jimmy Hart has a long history in this business. He can make a fine general manager, in my view.
Now, Mankind, I want to thank you for showing up here tonight, 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. When Mr. McMahon made me the general manager, he warned me that I might need some muscle to keep order around here. And well, you were available. That's why I'm asking you to be the new sheriff of Raw, Daddy-O.
Jimmy Hart, when you asked me to sign up as sheriff, my first reaction was to respectfully decline your offer. After all, I've enjoyed a blissful retirement of boiler room maintenance, amateur taxidermy, and masterpiece theater. But having seen Raw over the last few weeks, I agree that it doesn't do this show any good to have the inmates run the asylum. And frankly, being somewhat of an authority on asylums myself, I know of what I speak. In fact, I have to agree with you that as an unstable, unpredictable, sadistic, 287-pound best-selling author with a bachelor's degree and 1.5 years, I'm perfectly qualified for the job. I accept. And as for you, you've got yourself a shot at the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. As a matter of fact, I've got great memories of main events like that myself. But you'll have to forgive me if I can't remember exactly whose they are. And next week, as a special sneak preview, you and I are going to have a tag team match against the very same SOBs we just cleared out of there. That is, if they have the testicular fortitude to get into the ring against even odds for a change. So as the new Sheriff of Raw, I've got 6 words for you. Or make that 5, including one with a hyphen I'd like to borrow from a certain prickly acquaintance of mine. Bang, bang! Have a nice day!
The new general manager of Raw is Jimmy Hart, and his new sheriff is Mankind. And he's going to partner up with the #1 contender next week. Can you believe it, King?
Normally, I'd trust Mr. McMahon's judgment, JR. But I think those 2 running Raw is a train wreck waiting to happen.